both can help or one can.
Hello, a very good morning to one and all. Respected dais and my dear colleagues here sitting. The topic given to me being Joint Secretary of the Indore Organ Donation Society, I would be talking about specifically related to Indore, the challenges and how we were successful in the organ transplants. The situation of India, we know in 2015 we had more than 5 lakh people who were injured in road accidents, out of which more than 55,000 were from Madhya Pradesh. That means 1.5 people die in road traffic accidents. And if you look at the factors, it's not the mechanical factors which are contributing to these accidents, it's basically the human factor, that is drunken driving, fast driving, failure to follow the traffic rules, and all these things. And basically the age group of these people is from 18 to 35 years. These are our potential donors, but because of the lack of awareness, we are losing these patients. If you look at the situation in India, we have more than 5 lakh people who are awaiting organ transplants. Every 13 minutes, someone is added to the waiting list. Every 17 minutes, someone is dying, waiting for a transplant. And by the end of the year, most of them die due to lack of organ donors. I would not be repeating these slides because I think everybody must have gone through these slides and will go through these slides in the next 2 days. But there is a real scarcity of organs as compared to the demand. 2 lakh cornea donations are needed annually, out of which only 50,000 corneas are donated. That means 3 out of 4 awaiting cornea donations are visually impaired. This is a photograph of a very beautiful city of Barcelona. You must be thinking why I'm talking of Barcelona right here. So this country is the world's leader of organ donation with 43.1% per million population as compared to what we have in India, which is just 1.16, and it's really pathetic. The reasons for a very high organ donation rate in Spain is probably well-trained transplant coordinators, massive awareness amongst medical professionals, public awareness. They talk openly about it in schools, in colleges, and there is an opt-out option for organ donation. Basically, anybody is an organ donor until unless he says that he is not an organ donor after his death. And another thing is no capping of the age limit at 65 years. Now we talk about Indore specific. This idea was first conceptualized by the Commissioner, Sanjay Dubey, who is the founder, president of the Indore Society for Organ Donation. The lack of cadavers in the medical college, lack of organs for donation actually disturbed him. Kya karna chahiye, kaise karna chahiye, all these things were, we were reading newspapers. He kept on talking to lots of doctors in the medical college. He is also ex-officio chairman of the government medical college, so he got an opportunity to talk to doctors. He realized that over 40-50 students, there was one cadaver. There were medical colleges which are in Indore and surrounding areas which did not have a single cadaver for the students to study. So that was the thing which was disturbing, and he said we can do something for organ donation, for cadavers, to supply bodies, because there are people who are dying, but at the same time we are not there. There has to be demand and supply. There has to be a bridge. Someone has to bridge this. But normally people also want to go in for organ donations, but they do not have feeling that the system would be fair enough to do things for them. Very recently we heard about Hira Nandani, where few nephrologists were arrested because of illegal organ retrievals. So there was an acute demand of an organization which could actually bring all the hospitals under them, bring all the doctors, and would be a fair society which can impart training, aware people, and at the same time improve the organ donation. So that was the concept, and he became the founder chairman of the society. And basically the first meeting was held in 2013 with a lot of people of different sectors, like NGOs, like doctors, administrative officials, police. A lot of people came in that meeting, and finally this society was made in January 2014. The president of the society was, of course, the commissioner. The vice president was additional director general of police. Then we have secretaries. We have Dean Medical College as the secretary. Then joint secretary, head of the department PSM, Dr. Sanjay Dixit sitting here, and the additional joint secretary. NGOs, individuals and others were brought under one roof. And then the website was launched. by none other than the IT Minister, Shri Vijay Vargi, and the Industries Minister, Diden. So what was more important was, this was an absolutely new concept for Madhya Pradesh, a new concept for Indore. So how to break the ice was, the most important thing was to increase the donations of bodies, which were hardly happening. We have seen that movie of Munna Bhai MBBS, and in that movie we know that there was just one cadaver and he had to bring his own cadaver for the studies. So what they did was 24/7 the body would be taken up by the medical college. Earlier what used to happen is, if somebody died, the body will be received by the medical college only on the working hours, number one. And we know that in government sector we have 52 Sundays and more than 60 guested holidays. So you can understand, अगर इस समय किसी की death होती थी, those bodies were not taken up. And उसके बाद लोग सोचते थे कि it is very difficult कि they will not wait for the body for the next day, वो cremate कर देते थे. So we were losing on the bodies. So now what we have is a 24/7 receipt of the bodies. Anybody who wants to donate body will be accepted in the medical college. In fact, the other way around, the Shav Vahan, they just have to give a phone call in medical college and the Shav Vahan would go to them and collect the body. A list of diseases where the body will not be taken was distributed to the hospitals also. So the patient knows कि अगर ये बीमारी, then the body will not be accepted. Otherwise, every body will be taken. Immediate death certificate. This is again a very important, a very small step, but has a lot of advantages. When a person cremates his body, the death certificate is immediately given by the Nagar Nigam and the municipal corporation. But if a person donates the body, then there is a difficulty in getting the death certificate. It takes a lot of time. So here, they waived off the concept of NOC from the police, and the death certificate would be immediately given to the family members of the person who donates the body. So this was a step which actually enhanced the number of donations. So this is what we got. NJ Medical College started supplying extra cadavers not only to the college itself, but to surrounding medical colleges, to states, and very recently we supplied bodies, cadavers to Jammu Kashmir medical colleges and to South also. If you look at this picture, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Chandigarh were already way ahead of Madhya Pradesh, where we hardly had cadaveric donations. But in the last 3 years, the percentage has gone up to 2.9 as compared to what we have in Chandigarh, which is 37, Tamil Nadu 21, and this contribution is primarily 99% from Indore itself. Of course, anything which is new, which started new, will have a lot of challenges. There were lots and lots of challenges. The number one challenge was ethical. The ethical challenge, there has to be a transparent system where not only the rich get the organs, it is the genuine people should get the organs. So the organ allocation and distribution system is aligned to the name, celebrity, social status and wealth of the person in the society. Here, when you are in the transplant waiting list for an organ donation, what really counts is your blood group, the time spent in the waiting list, the severity of your illness, and the medical information. Indore Society for Organ Donation maintains 100% transparency in giving the organ to the genuine person. When we come to moral issues, the important thing is, when a family goes to a doctor to say that my patient is not well, there's so many doctors sitting here, the only thing is, we will be in the hands of a very nice person who will save my family member. But ऐसे में, if you tell him that your patient is brain stem dead, and then after a few hours you tell that can you donate, you ask the family members that donate karani organs, so it is actually a very, very difficult situation, and I think transplant coordinators know all these things well, much more than us. Sorrow counseling is one of the most tedious things to do. So these are certain moral issues where we had wonderful NGOs working with us who used to go, they are going to the hospitals to motivate the family members for organ donation. We had lots of administrative issues also. We had more than 7 to 9 Vidhan Sabha Prashna because people were not very confident that this program which has started is actually correct or not correct. There were people who were against the program. There were people who used to raise questions about which organ was given to whom, was there in the priority list. There were lots of issues which came forward, and we had successfully answered all the questions of the Vidhan Sabha which were put, and we also received an award from Noto. Coming on to the financial issues and challenges, We ensured that the family member who is doing the supreme sacrifice by donating the organs or the body of a person, we ensured that 2 members of that family will get a health insurance for a period of 5 years. So that was again a good change for them. People realized that my family member otherwise is also dying. This was a good incentive for them, and we also created a wall of fame for these people where the people who died, their pictures are put in medical college and in the hospitals where the transplant take place, so that people get motivated, see these people have donated, so we can also do this sacrifice and we can also do the supreme sacrifice for others. Earlier we had in Bhopal we had a center where the permissions for which center will get recognition for the transplant, we used to go to Bhopal and then the file used to come back to Indore, and it took a lot of time. We delegated, decentralized the powers to the Dean of the Medical College in Indore itself. The registration of hospital was done by the appropriate authority, where the appropriate authority was here in Indore itself under the leadership of the Dean. The registration of the doctors who were licensed to do the transplantation was done by the appropriate authority, and recognition of brainstem death teams, which consisted of 5 doctors, was also done in Indore rather than running all the time to Bhopal and getting the papers collected and the file used to move from one place to another. Everything got decentralized and the things moved fast. There was an extensive training program which is still on in Indore, where counselors, institutions, NGOs, physicians, INAs and schools and colleges are sensitized for these issues. Now coming on to the administrative hurdles, which were minimized. Number 1, multi-department team was put on board. The PM is done in private hospital, which is done nowhere in the country. Normally what happens if a person is brainstem dead and the organs are to be retrieved. Once the organs are retrieved, this body will have to go to a government setup like the medical college or a district hospital, because the post-mortem has to be done only in the government setups. Just imagine the plight of the family where they are sacrificing, they are donating the organs, and then the body would be staged and will be sent to the district hospital or medical college, and then would go to their house. What we decided is that doctors from the district hospital or from the medical college would go to the concerned private hospital where the transplant is taking place. So this small change actually decreased a lot of hurdles which the poor family or the family of the deceased person would suffer. So everything, once the abdomen was open, the post-mortem was also done, the retrieval was also done. So these are small steps but really had good changes. Then waiver off of the NOC from the police. Earlier the police had to give a no objection certificate, which was waived off. Single table clearance was done by the commissioner himself. He signs a letter which is given to 7 authorities, right from traffic police for creating a green corridor, airport authorities, air traffic controls, CISF, concerned hospitals and airlines. This single letter goes to all the 7 authorities and they immediately get into action. We know when a transplant takes place, it is always a race against time. We have to declare brainstem death declaration. After 6 hours, another brainstem declaration has to be done. Consent has to be taken. Counseling has to be done. Information to NOTO and SOTO has to be done. And the confirmation of requirement is to be done. This is sounding easy, but this is actually a very tedious job and is a task which really needs a lot of coordinated efforts. In our case, since we were not using chartered planes, and when the program started, we did not have the facility of liver transplant and heart transplant, so they were sent to different cities and different states also. So we had to organize for the teams, for the doctors to fly from either Delhi or from Bombay, then reschedule their inward journey and their return journey, and at the shortest time, because 5 to 7 hours, 8 hours maximum time for liver and heart depending on the time, we had to schedule that heart has to go at this time and the liver has to go at this time, and at the same time the kidney has to be retrieved so we had to create a lot of green corridors, and at the same time commercial flights were used so as to decrease the cost of the transplantation. These were the stakeholders for green corridors which were created, and the result is we are donating excess bodies to the medical colleges. We have saved more than 146 lives, more than 12,000 donations pledged already, facility for liver and transplant in Indore itself now we have, and the cost of surgery is reduced and the availability has definitely increased. Now how we are different, I will just cite these examples. These are our donors. We have the 27th organ donation taking place today. These are the 26 families who are donated in the last 2.5 years.
Thank you very much for a wonderful lecture. Thank you.
With you, ma'am.
Afterwards. Not now, please. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.